Well, guys, we are not allowed any breaks, except we kind of are. I want to do something a little different today. I want to not only go over should you summon or whatever, but I also want to go into a little bit of a conversation about not only how to identify skip weekends, but why you really need to try to skip certain weeks when you're trying to get what you want. So I'm going to go into that a little bit later in the video. Let's start with the should you summon portion. Just immediately get into it. Like, subscribe, by the way. Helps the channel. Anyways, so we have a couple banners this weekend. The main thing that we have is the Divine Choose Your Own Hero. Now, Choose Your Own Hero banners. This is the third time we've had one of these. Very good banner. We have Lyra, who just got a recent buff. She's a lot better. She's decent in Go Boss 2 and Abyss. You're not really going to use her everywhere unless you're a little earlier on in the game. But the main idea is that you will try to get a hero you're missing. As you can see, the account I am on right now is missing very few heroes. I'm missing Malvira, I'm missing Fenris, and I am missing Beatrix from the normal pool. I have every other hero. I don't need to pull in this banner. But for most people, if you're looking for an awakening or you're just looking for a base copy of a hero, let's say you missed an Airless, you don't have an Eloin, let's say that you're missing an insanely good hero like a SYS or a Vierna or a Neja or something, this is going to be your chance to get one of those heroes. This is a very good banner for someone like you. Not only that, we have a 1+1 as well. So to get into it very quickly, 2x events, I would always skip unless you're in your first month when you're looking for quantity over quality. Otherwise, don't even bother. I mean, this is a pretty mid banner. I mean, you're not even guaranteed to get the legendary in 100 pulls. It could even be hard pity, and then you're just kind of wasting your summons. You're more likely to get garbage on these than you are on rate up banners. Sure, the rate up banner doesn't give it to you every time, by any means. I know rate up banners are not something people are the most happy with, but they are undeniably better to pull on than something like a 2x. The next thing is 1+1s. Do not be fooled by 1+1s. I know 1+1s are very fun. I don't blame you guys for trying to pull on these. My advice to you is only pull on these if you are above 100 summons and you do not need any specific heroes a ton. What I mean by this is you must be near pity for the 1+1. There's an equal chance of getting a Cratch, and there's an equal chance of getting a SYS. You are very likely to get garbage or get mid versus getting something good. You can get lucky, absolutely, but in my opinion, I think unless you are near pity, these are a trap. I think it is better to try to look for specific heroes personally. Now, I'm not going to stop you guys from pulling on this. I just think you guys should go into this with a little bit of low expectations. And, for example, if I have 0 into pity, let's use my account as an example. I went for A3 Diao-chan. I got shafted. Huge time. I pulled so many legendaries. I got almost nothing good. It was terrible. I'm glad I didn't record it because I don't want to rewatch that footage. But as you can see, we got a Magnus here. This is my last Hail Mary. I got shafted. As you can see here, though, I have basically no pity. I have 6 pity because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I'm only 6 into pity, it will, on average, take me to full pity, which is almost 200 pulls to guarantee that I get the 1+1. You always have to go in expecting to go to the hardest pity because that's what is expected. I could pull 10 pull and get a legendary, which would be the 1+1, or I could go to full pity. You always expect the full pity. In this case, I have to gauge, is it worth 200 pulls? The answer is hell no. I would only pull on it if it takes 80 pulls or less to guarantee that you get it, aka 110 into pity. As you can see, we have 20 here, we have 30, which is 50, then we have 80, then we have 110. And 110 is something I would expect as being an option. Be careful with 1+1s. They're a trap, in my opinion. They're nice, they're cool and all, they're fun. Objectively, they're not very good anymore. Moving on, we also have the Divine Summoning. Because this is Divines, and I think that blues are a lot more valuable lately than divines, I think this is a fine banner to pull on. If you have some divines and you need a specific hero like an Eloin or an Airless, if you don't have one of them, you need one of them really, really bad. You know, this is your chance to pick up certain legendaries you're missing that you've just barely not gotten, and there hasn't been any raid ups recently. This is your chance to get those. I think this banner is actually close to a must pull, in my opinion. You do have a chance of getting Lyra, obviously. You do have a chance of not getting something you want, and it's on divines. But we never get 2x 15x's anymore, which is the best thing for divines. And otherwise, you're just going to be pulling on a 2x. And it's like, you know, if you're really needing a hero, I think this is a great banner. But now we get to the topic of how do you identify a skip, and why do you have to have self-control in this game, especially if you are not a spender? Well, first of all, you need to kind of think about skips in a few different ways. Number one is you need to kind of weigh what you can expect from the banners that are on right now to what you could have in the future. For example, we just had Diao-chan. Diao-chan is a limited hero. Very regularly, we get 2 to 3 limited heroes a year, if not more. Okay? Limited heroes are some of the strongest units in the game. We all know this. Generally, they need awakenings. So, if I pull in the 2x now, I could go 150, 200 in with no legendary, and then that is a whole limited copy I am now no longer going to be able to get. Would you rather have a revolutionary limited? Maybe they rerun Kagiri in the future. I don't know. Would I rather have a Kagiri, or would I rather have a chance at getting garbage? You kind of got to weigh those against each other, right? Same thing goes for new heroes. Now, this is kind of where it gets a little bit rocky because you cannot expect anything. But recently, we have gotten Neja. Neja is insanely good. Very, 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 very viable in a lot of areas. Super good hero. Just last week, we also got Airless. Airless is an incredibly meta hero. For late game players, Airless is better than Eloin, in my opinion. Eloin is better for progression early on. Airless is better for later game content. Undeniably. Right? These are characters we've gotten within the last 2 months. Maybe even a month and a half. Right? And we can expect that in a month, we will get more new heroes based on the game's trajectory. I mean, they want to make money. They're releasing new heroes for the new pieces of content. We're getting the new Guild Boss 3. With that will come a whole new version of AoE power creep. This is all stuff we can expect from a gacha game. Undeniably, this will happen. So why would I pull on a 1+1 and waste my summons now when I could try to save for a new hero coming out? And the reason why this is important to try to have this conversation about, hey, maybe you guys need to identify saving, including myself, obviously, is because of this sort of thing. New heroes coming out are revolutionary. Banners can be so much better than what we have this weekend. You may want to pull now, but if you do want your account to progress at a good pace, especially without spending money, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I don't want you guys to have to spend money, is because we do get a lot of summons in this game for free. This is undeniable. I know people are probably going to disagree with me in the comments. It is undeniable we get a lot of pulls. If you play consistently, you do all of the events, you try your best to place on leaderboards and do all of these things, you're going to get easily like 80 summons a week. That's just how this game works. And if you put those summons toward things, you're going to get a lot more return. And your account's going to progress a lot more. You know, for example, I pulled on the Narissa Vorn banner even though I had said I wouldn't. I was then going into the Diao-chan Airless weekend with far fewer summons. So I had to spend a bit more, and I had less to try to pull. And if I didn't pull so much on the Narissa Vorn, I could have saved a lot of money and gotten the heroes that I wanted a lot sooner. Right? And this game gives you a lot of summons, but you have to allocate those properly. And when you see a banner weekend like this, which is objectively pretty lame or pretty tame, especially on blue summons, you really have to take advantage. So when you see banner weekends like this that are not definitive must pulls, limited hero, best healer in the game, debatably. In the form of Airless, definitely a top 3 in my opinion. Those banners you need to pull on. But banners like these, you need to skip. So if you really want to try to, first of all, not pull out the wallet, and you also want to try to have the best shot at progressing in this game, and getting the revolutionary heroes they're inevitably going to release, you cannot complain if you're going to pull on banners like these. You know what I'm saying? If you want to pull, this is just a game. It does not matter. It is up to you. You can play it how you want. But if you want new things coming, or you want really good heroes you're missing, you gotta save. Like, for example, just a little bit of a tangent here. Valara is one of the best heroes to ever come out in this game. Valara is absurdly good. I know a couple people who have dedicated themselves to saving every single ancient free to play until she comes back, which I think is a great idea. I mean, you can miss an Erlang, you can miss a Sithra. It's not going to impact your account very much, but not having Valara is going to do more damage than skipping other units that are very niche, right? And when Valara comes around, free to play, they will have like 400 ancients, for sure, if they don't pull any. They almost always will get Valara. Now, it's not guaranteed, obviously, but it's still likely. I mean, there's a guy in one of the cluster, by the way, if you want to apply, link in the description. One of the guildmates of mine, or cluster mates of mine, needed Ingrid. Now, he didn't have Ingrid, he pulled on a bunch of Ingrid banners, didn't get her. So, in between the last Ingrid banner and the Ingrid banner before that, he saved over 500 ancients completely free to play, didn't pull any of them, and when Ingrid banner came along, he pulled up to, I think, A5, from 0 to A5. Which is ridiculous. And obviously he picked up a Valara along the way and all that. Super good. It requires a lot of self-control, and I can't do that. But I'm just saying, this is how you can, you know, get better luck, is to have a bigger sample size, which is something you get by saving. So all I want to say is, when you see banner weekends where you're not really expecting to get much benefit, just skip it. Just skip it. Okay? Just in case, is my advice to you. Once again, it is just a game. Pull how you like. But I just had to have that. I just had to say that. You know, I'm trying my best to do this too, and save as much as I can, which is why I will try not to pull this weekend. Maybe I'll do a divine if I get a divine, but I'm also dry, so yeah, no. I can't pull even if I wanted to, which I don't, by the way. Anyways, with that out of the way, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments or something. Just a little bit of a tangent alongside a tangent alongside a tangent. Because the Should You Summon for this banner weekend is going to be so boring. So I figured I would try to change it up a little bit. Anyways, that's it from me. Thank you guys for watching. See you all in the next one. Destined signing out.